Welcome artists, we're going to learn how to draw a Penrose Triangle today and practice our color pencil blending techniques. You're going to need your colored pencils, you're also going to need a piece of paper, an eraser, and a pencil sharpener. Let's go ahead and get started with how to draw this Penrose Triangle or the Impossible Triangle. This is an optical illusion and we're going to start by sketching a triangle that has approximately equal sides all the way around the triangle. You could use a ruler to get perfectly straight lines. I am just going to freehand sketch my triangle to start with. You'll notice I'm making a straight line to create these three tiny triangles inside this equilateral triangle. I'm then going to take the pencil and I'm going to connect from one point to another point across the triangle. So I'm going to start with this point and go down to the point below, make a tiny triangle underneath. And then I'm going to connect these 2 points together with a straight line. I'm going to go ahead and make the lines a little darker so you can see them. Alright, so we're going to have a lot going on. So I'm going to go ahead and erase those three triangles on the outside of this larger triangle so we can focus on the Penrose Triangle itself. I'm going to make points on the inner triangle so that I can focus on working on the inside of this optical illusion of this form that we're creating. I went down from that top point to create another point, and then I'm going to repeat the process essentially that we just did, but on the inner part of the triangle. You'll notice if you have this going in the right direction, you should have 3 diamonds created on this inner portion of the triangle. And then once you finish up all of the lines, you'll notice a very small triangle on the very inside part of this triangular impossible form that we're creating. I'm now going to go back and outline the parts that make this become an optical illusion. I am going to outline with a pretty medium pressure just so you can see what we're going to keep and then what we will erase. And while you're drawing your Penrose Triangle, I've got some fun facts for you. This triangle was designed by Swedish artist Oscar Rydesvard. He is known as the father of the impossible figures, creating many optical illusions that seem like they are true and can be actualized, but are physically impossible to create. So we call these optical illusions because they trick our eye and our brain is trying to figure out and solve the visual puzzle that's created by the drawing. The colorful triangle you see to the right of this drawing is the actual impossible triangle that was designed to be an optical illusion that uses cubes with multiple vanishing points to create a super optical illusion by making it look like all the perspective is twisted in of itself. But wait, are we drawing the Penrose Triangle? You are correct. This triangle was named after father and son psychiatrist and mathematician duo who were inspired by an artist, M.C. Escher, who did a lot of geometrically impossible drawings that alluded to also many optical illusions. So they wanted to rediscover the idea of this impossible triangle. Look at that! Great work in completing your Penrose Triangle. Let's draw one more. Let's actually make it 3. And then we can break out our colored pencils and we can get started practicing our colored pencil blending techniques. Let's go ahead and start with a set of the warm colors. Start by using our red in the inner parts of the triangle. Then blend out to the orange and then the yellow. I did try to pick a standard shade of red, a standard shade of orange, and a standard yellow. So I tried to pick a hue of this red, orange, and yellow that weren't super light or super dark, but they would blend well together. I went ahead and I started with the red on the inside of the triangle, then moved to the orange and then the yellow so that it looks like the dark is moving out from the underneath part of the triangle, then moving into the orange and then the lighter yellow as the triangle goes out into the outer edges. Remember to start your colored pencil layers with a light to slightly medium pressure. I would recommend starting out with a light pressure. Then you're building up over time with a medium to hard pressure so that the colors will gradually start to blend and flow into one another. And please, please, please remember, you should not be coloring as fast as I am right now, nor should you be blending as fast as I am. I definitely sped this up. This is to show you the process a little bit faster, so keep in mind that this is not in real time. And feel free to fast forward, rewind, go to different parts of the video as you need it. We have one final touch. In this red area that's on the inner part of the triangle, we want to deepen this shadow to make it look even more like it has depth. So let's break out our color wheel and take a look at the color options we have. We're going to look at blue or purple because they are naturally darker colors. We don't want to pick orange or yellow, those would just brighten the area, and we want to darken it. We want to give it shadow. If we use black, it will work, but it will just start to fall flat. So I'm gonna grab purple, you could also use blue, and I'm going to layer lightly in this area. Then after adding this purple shadow, I'm gonna get the red pencil and blend this purple into the area. Wow, look at how much form has already been created with just that little bit of purple. So don't skip this step, you will not be disappointed.